Right, okay, welcome back to Digital DNA. My name's Alistair Cameron from Starticus, and I am joined by Joe from PocketAngler. Joe,
how you doing?
Your business says what it does on the tin, I think. I think you've got it nailed on with the name, but for the purposes of introductions, tell us what you do and who your business is for.
So we're a fishery management platform and angler travel platform. So we're two products in one, essentially. We're trying to cater for both the angler and the fishery owner and bring them people together using a modern technology stack. Fishing is one of the last industries that has adopted any sort of digitization, so we hope to be at the forefront of that.
And that includes the fisheries as well?
Yeah, fishery owners, anything from lakes to rivers to goldfish in a bowl. That's our target.
Yeah, perfect. And so for the individual user that's come into the platform, what are the benefits for them?
So from an angler's perspective, we're all about conditions. We want to know what the river is like, what it's doing, what the weather's going to do, is the river in good order, and most importantly, where are the fish? We all want to get out there and get catching fish. A lot of people would say there's more to fishing than just catching and stuff like that, but I'm the opposite. I go fishing to catch fish. I want to catch fish. So the idea behind the app is to bring all of that information together into one single portal.
That's really interesting. So I'm guessing, obviously, from a fisher person's perspective, you're kind of slightly gamifying it then. In terms of, I'm guessing that the data that someone has provided from their fishing journey before is helpful for the next person that comes along.
Oh yeah.
Do people have to basically go on and say, I've caught the fish here, or is there any other data that you're gathering from elsewhere?
We've got loads of other data. So, for example, we've got some rivers have fish counters on them, so they actually count the number of fish passing through. We can take all that data in based on river levels and historical catches, and different times of the year to almost predict where they'll be. So if you're planning a holiday, say you're going to Sweden for a week's fishing, you want to pick the best week that gives you the best chance of catching a fish, so to speak. So bring all that information together into one single platform, open it up. There it is. I know where to go. Aye. I know how to get there. I know who to talk to. I know what to use.
This sounds like to me that this is a bit of a passion project for you as well. Like you obviously got an interest in fishing yourself.
Yeah, it's an addiction, big time. I travel all over chasing fish of some sort. You could predict. Like I have a calendar, and March and April I'm on the river. June, July I'm in Sweden. August, September I'm in Scotland. Christmas time I'm sitting on Lough Erne, chasing pike. So it's a real passion, a real addiction. So, we don't have any tools, and any tools we do have are either not really working too well, or out of date, or end up broken. So we want to basically fix that, bring it all together into a product that works.
So tell us a little bit about your customer acquisition. Like, how are you finding customers?
Well, we're basically, social media is a key thing for us at the moment. A lot of anglers post on social media about, I've caught this, look at me, I've caught this lovely big fish. So we spent a lot of time, pushing the brand, pushing the application across social media, but also visiting clubs and actually, showing the anglers, this is what we've built, this is what works. And that's working quite well. We've got a considerable number of private fisheries, that are testing for us at the moment. And they're all pretty keen to adopt and go live in 2024. So while we're being nice and quiet at the moment, but we're building a good solid foundation for 2024.
So you're building the community, and then obviously then going out and saying this is where we're at, rather than saying this is where we're at and then trying to gather customers as well.
Yeah, we get the community together, because as I said, nothing like this exists at all in our market. We are a very unique product, and the best thing is, with me being an angler, I know I want it just as much as everybody else.
Brilliant. And obviously from an external perspective, because I'm not someone who does fishing, I can clearly see the benefits straight away. So
even if you wanted to pick up fishing or give it a try, we'll have an area within the application that shows you, what you need to use, how you need to use it, even down to as simple things like tying on a lure or putting your worm on correctly, for example, especially for beginners that don't know. So bring that all together in a little knowledge base,
Awesome. And I know you touched upon it, but what comes next for obviously the business?
for us is to get the application properly live and really push it out into the market. We were going to stick to just UK and Ireland, but the feedback that we're receiving so far is, it's basically telling us you need to go into Europe as well and the US. So we're in the process of getting that application into the legal aspects of deploying into the American market and deploying into the European market and all the legalities around that. So once we've that finished, we're really going to start pushing and basically say we're here, we're live. Yeah. Join us.
Well, I probably wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't say that Tuans is one of the sponsors of the Startup Zone this year, and obviously I'm sure they'd be more than happy to sit down with you and have a chat about those legals as well.
Yeah, that'd be 100%. That'd be great.
And obviously they're here today as well, so if we can try and facilitate that for you,
yeah,
as
great.
Well, we will.
Send them my way.
But Joe, thank you ever so much for your time today.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Obviously, Digital DNA is always a good experience. So is this your first time here?
No,
or?
not my first time here. I was here on the very first year this event was actually ran with another company, and it's grown from strength to strength. It's great to see. And as soon as I got the opportunity to come, I was like, I want to be here. Yeah. We're only an hour in, and I've had 3 or 4 very good conversations this morning already. So It's been worth it,
I want to say a pun, but I daren't, to be fair.
Go on ahead, hit me. I've probably heard them all before.
No, I know, but there's something obviously for fishing for a compliment, or I'm sure. But you're doing a great job. Obviously, it's great to hear about your business as well, and obviously, it's nice as well that the angle around what you're doing is quite unique as well. So I think you've got it nailed on. So congratulations, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to hearing more about PocketAngler. You will be back soon, obviously, with more chats at Digital DNA.